Hi, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Sitdown. Good to be with you on a sunny afternoon here in Las Vegas. Guys, it's amazing, isn't it? I mean, it seems like it was just a week ago that I had to move inside because it was too bright outside, and now it's totally pitch black outside here at 5 o'clock. So winter is upon us, even though the winter here in Las Vegas is a lot less severe than what it has been when we were back in Indiana here recently. Hey, Barbara, good to see you. Marty, look forward to talking with you tomorrow. Great to be with you. And I'll be posting something about, I'm doing an interview with Marty Wolf tomorrow. And Marty, I've had some travel changes for tomorrow that came up last minute, but we will talk and we will get together, and I'm looking forward to that. Hey, Scott, it's always great to hear from you. You've had some great posts this week, too, as I've followed you during the week. So it's always good to see you. So, hey, Amber, great to see you. Calvin says, my grandbaby Calvin says, hey, Papa Scott. Hey, Calvin, always great to see you. Love you. Hey, Kit, yes, winter in Vegas. Well, it's funny, Kit. I got off the plane here when I got back home earlier this week, and it was like 60, 61 degrees, and people were bundled up worse here at 61 than they were when I was back in Indiana, and it was 38. So it's just crazy. It's amazing how people respond to the different aspects of winter. Mike, great to see you. Hey, Scott, great to see you. Lisa, it's always good to have you here from back home in Crothersville. So good to see you. This is such a terrific week. It's a great week for a couple of reasons. Obviously, with Thanksgiving coming up. Hey, Mark, blessings to you too. That's you took the words right out of my mouth. That's what I was getting ready to talk about. It is a week to count your blessings, and it was really interesting. I was thinking about Elisa's on here. I always have a couple friends from my hometown in Crothersville, Indiana, a little town just north of Louisville, Kentucky, about 1,500 people. And so one of the things that I was thinking about was the hymn that we sang in the Crothersville Methodist Church that was always that always struck me because the hymn title was Count Your Blessings, but the next line was the one that always got me because it said, Count your blessings, name them one by one. And that always struck me. It's not just counting your blessings, because I think a lot of times we go, wow, I'm blessed, right? And we are. We truly mean that. I don't mean to be critical of that in any way whatsoever. I mean, we do have so many blessings. But I think that next line of that song is so profound when it says to name them one by one, because part of what we have to do is to be willing to name them, and that is absolutely key, to be able to name the blessings that we have. Hey, Barbara, I'd love to talk to you about that. In fact, yes, that depends on scheduling and that if I'm not already booked, but that's good. Hey, Marty, good to see you. And yeah, look forward to talking with you about that. Cindy, it's always great seeing you too. Thank you. So that's one of the things that, oh, good. I hope so, Scott. Yep. Was back just a couple weeks ago, in fact. So that's one of the things I hope you'll do in this Thanksgiving is take this as a time to count our blessings. Oh, Mark, I didn't see that. Oh my gosh. Yes, I guess we are kindred spirits, my friend. That's absolutely terrific. Yes, it's important for us, and I couldn't agree with you more. It's important for us to absolutely make certain that we name the blessings that we have. And this is also an interesting week for me as well, too, because November 20th is a date that I always post something, and that'll be on Tuesday of this coming week. And it would have been my wedding anniversary to my late wife, Sherry. And I was so blessed to have her in my life, so incredibly blessed to have Tammy in my life now. And, life throws us curves and gives us changes, but we have to be willing to trust, and we have to be willing to keep going, and we have to be willing to proceed no matter how rough the road may seem. So that's one of the things that I hope for you as well. As you're counting your blessings and as you're naming them, if you're also facing a tough time coming up with some blessings, please know that perseverance is the key. At church this morning, our minister, Vince, talked about the importance of not giving up and moving through. And one of the things that Vince said that really struck me is he talked a little bit about the word compel. Compel is an incredible word when you think about it. What compels us? What do we find compelling? What is so important to us that it would get us to move and to do something and to make a difference? And that's maybe one of the questions that would be the second thing to ask after we count our blessings, is to say what compels us and what moves us forward. And let's name that one by one, because that is what's going to move us to continue to be worthy of the blessings that we receive. I remember as a kid, remember the old cartoons, and Scrooge McDuck was like wallowing in his money and throwing the money up in the air. And I always thought that kind of ensured that he probably wouldn't have much more money, because what got you there won't get you to where you want to go. And so the blessings that we have been blessed. We've been blessed with that now, but it's what compels us to move forward to the future that will ensure that we continue to be worthy of blessings. Oh, good deal. Isn't that amazing, man? That's fantastic. Hey, Jerry, great to see you. Appreciate your email earlier. Sounds like you're doing some great work, and we'll look forward to talking more about that when we get together in Scottsdale next month. Those of you that follow this know that I'm involved with a program called UBS, which stands for Ultimate Business Summit. Larry Wingate, Randy Pennington, and I host a summit every year here in Las Vegas for entrepreneurs in small business. We talk so much. I get booked for big companies and to speak to big organizations. And I grew up in a little grocery store, and Larry's family had a little business and worked at Sears, and Randy's family was from a small town, a small business. And so we've always been thinking about how do we do something for small business to give back as big company, to give entrepreneurs and small businesses the same kind of information that we give to big companies like Apple and so forth. And so that's what we do every year. We have an Ultimate Business Summit, and then a few of those folks decide they want to continue with an ongoing program called the Intensive Group. Jerry is part of our Intensive Group there. So we get together. This time we're getting together 2 times during the year, and one of them's coming up next month in Scottsdale, and we will have just a free-for-all. It's just one of the best times of the year, because we've almost become each other's board of directors. Intensive is exactly the right word. We get very intensive. And thank you, Jerry. Cheryl is Jerry's partner, spouse, wife, who also has her own business, and so they've been working. They work together, and they also work on their own things. And it's just been a great experience. And we've learned from Jerry, and hopefully that we've contributed to Jerry as well. So I just wanted to explain why we're talking about getting together next month. But we have a big get together in Phoenix next month. We're going to get together in Dallas in the spring, and then here in Vegas again next August. So good. I like Jerry sent a note about something he's working on. I've responded to my first blush idea on it, and I don't know if the other guys, I haven't checked to see if the other guys have, but I know that they will, because we constantly communicate with each other. So hey, that's a blessing to talk about as well. I encourage you. That's one of the things I was reading about this week that I wanted to pass along. And it talks about that maybe sports have a better idea than business. And I almost didn't want to read the articles, because one of the things, and I mentioned it in the book Iconic, is that we overuse sports analogies. And so I didn't want to get caught up in this whole sports thing. But one of the things it said, and I thought this was so important, is that in business many times we train somebody and then we say, go get him. And boom, we let him go, right? In athletics, your coach constantly monitors and seeks to improve your performance. You can be Michael Jordan, and you've got a coach every day trying to monitor and to enhance and to improve your performance. In business, what do we tend to do? We put somebody through sales training, or we put somebody through customer service training or technical training. Here's how you fix that car. Go at it. Good luck. And if they do well, we say, see, didn't we do great? And if they don't do well, aren't they terrible? We need to get somebody else. As opposed to thinking about how do we provide continuous, ongoing coaching. And so that's one of the things that we're going to be looking at in the coming year. I do some coaching and make it available for folks, and also I get coaching, and that's one of the things that I think is important as well. Marty, you bet small business is the foundation of great communities, and it certainly is true in the community I grew up in. I mean, not just I'm prejudiced obviously because my folks we're part of that, but I think of all the other great, retailers and gas station owners and clothing store and hardware store and drugstore and all the folks that really made our community what it was because they contributed to that community. And we got to continue that. We got to find ways to continue that in this day of Walmart and big boxes and Amazon and everybody else, but critically important. Cheryl, always great to see you. Hey, Jason, man, it's great to see you. I have been working on a program in Panama to get there, so I will keep you posted on that. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but man, if it does, you'll be the first person that knows because I hope to get there and obviously look forward to seeing you as well. But I'll keep you posted on that. So. Well, anyway, that's what I wanted to mention is those two things tonight. Darla, hey, good to see you in Fort Wayne. Those are the two things I wanted to mention tonight in particular is that we count our blessings, but not literally count them and name them and really be appreciative of very, very specific things. And then secondly, to think about, as we've counted the blessings of the past and the present, to think about what would compel us to get excited about what we'll continue to do in the future that would make us worthy of receiving blessings in the future. So what compels us? How do we find ways to move forward and advance? Second thing is, how do we get ongoing coaching rather than just, going through a training process or reading a book and then we go out there? What do we do to get something ongoing? Because, hey, let's face it, the year is rapidly drawing to a close, and we got to be thinking about what we're going to be doing in 2019 that's going to help make it better than 2018. Hey, there's my pal Mark Stoner. You can read about Mark in this. I write about him in the book Iconic, and Mark's just one of the great guys in the world. So, hey, Mark, great to see you. Thanks for spending a minute or two here today. And holy cow, you're going to have more homes to service. We're with Amazon bringing 5,000 more people to Nashville. I can't imagine how you get 5,000 more people in downtown Nashville. What in the world is going on there? It's amazing what's going on in Nashville. So hope you're doing great, man. Look forward to seeing you soon. Well, hey, thanks for letting me stop in. And as you know, this is my favorite 15 minutes of the week to get a chance to chat and to say hello. Please share this. By the way, I always mean to ask that and forget it. If you think there's been advice on here or some ideas on here that's worth sharing, please share it because that's how we get more people to come by and all that kind of good thing. So if you feel like it, I would appreciate it if you would share this with your Facebook friends so that next Sunday they might join us for Sunday Sit Down. I hope you and yours, thank you, Elisa, you too. I hope you and yours, wherever you are in the world, if you're here in the United States, happy Thanksgiving. Other countries, celebrate their Thanksgiving on obviously very different days. But no matter where you are in the world, it's always good to stop and take time and be thankful. I'm certainly thankful that you would take time to be here with Sunday Sit Down. Thank you, too. Boy, we are off to such an incredible start with Iconic. It's just been so amazing and rewarding. So thank you so much for that. And thank you, Darla. I appreciate that. Scott, you too. Everybody out there, you and yours, I hope you have the most blessed and wonderful of Thanksgivings. Have an awesome time. And I look forward to seeing you next Sunday. Maybe we'll share some Black Friday stories, too, to see what shopping is like for some of you. We'll figure all that out next Sunday on Sunday Sit Down. Thank you for being here. I look forward to talking to you again next week. Have an awesome Thanksgiving and a very blessed week. Appreciate you all taking time. Love you. See ya.